Compiled Legislative Histories on Westlaw for the Environmental Legal Research course at Boston College Law School. Westlaw has more than one source of compiled legislative histories. Access them all at the bottom of the Westlaw main page on the Content Types tab. Look for the Legislative History link in Specialty Areas. Remember that material in this area is not searched in a Westlaw Universal Search, but must be selected prior to a search. The first collection of legislative histories were compiled by the law firm of Arnold Porter. The link to this collection is on the far right under Tools and Resources. There are a number of major environmental laws in this collection, specifically the Clean Air Act amendments of 1977 and 1990, CERCLA, the Federal Water Pollution Control Act amendment, and SARA. Selecting one of these databases provides you with links to the 10 most recent documents. For most of these databases, the first document is a Table of Contents, TOC, which is organized by document type and provides links to all the other documents in the database. The second set of legislative histories available on Westlaw were compiled by the U.S. GAO, the Government Accountability Office, from 1921 to 1995. Selecting this database takes you directly to an advanced search screen. To search for a legislative history by public law number, it is important to follow the instructions on the screen and type PL +2 followed by the public law number in the citation field. A search for Public Law 95-217, the Clean Water Act of 1977, retrieves two documents because this legislative history is so long. Both contain lists of links to the PDF documents in this legislative history. To search within the documents of the entire legislative history, use Search Within Results. PDFs that contain your search term will be highlighted in both lists of links. Use Control F to locate instances of the term in individual PDFs, which can be very long, like this 50-page excerpt from the Congressional Record. The third source of compiled legislative history information on Westlaw is in the West publication United States Code Congressional and Administrative News, known as USCAN. USCAN is a print publication that preprints statutes at large and highlights of legislative histories, among other things. You can search all of the legislative history materials in USCAN or can limit by document types. Remember that this is a selective legislative history and does not necessarily contain a particular document type for any legislative history. To get all of the USCAN documents associated with a public law, go to the Advanced Search and put the public law number in the caption field. A search for PL 95-217 gets us two reports and the public law itself. Looking at one of the reports, we see the legislative history information that USCAN summarizes, and the first of the two reports it has selected as a highlight of the legislative history of this act. Looking at the public law, there is a tab for legislative history materials. The Westlaw Legislative History Materials tab for this public law has the two reports set out in USCAN, as well as the two-part GAO compiled legislative history we had already identified. Not all GAO reports are linked from the session laws, but many, like this one, are.